want to know what to do for your mother or your grandmother, just scan all their pictures into their computer and then fix it up so when they turn it on and they're looking at their desktop, and if they don't do anything right away, the slideshow will start. You can fix up for however long you want to take, and when you stop and wait for a while, your slideshow will interrupt whatever you're doing. So you can turn it on and off if it's too much, but hey, you want to do your mother, your grandmother, a real treat, scan those photos, for her slideshow and set it on random. It's so great. Random is so great. That's shuffle, I think it's called, isn't it? Right? Okay, we're in chapter 6. Part 2, Pot Smokin' for the Elderly by Nanette Norman. Writer, reader, I need to read. My eyes are leaving and I'm staying, so I might just get to listen after this, but I think even with my peripheral I'll be able to hang out and listen to YouTubers, so but in the meantime I need to read while I can. It's my stuff, I wrote it, it has my thingy, it's like you can't read George Carlin's work, right? He's got to do it himself. Thank goodness he did it. And so here we are, and I'm a sipper. Chapter 6, Part 2. I wrote a diagram of the bong, and the best water pipe shows a distance between the fire and your forehead. That's what it's about. Watch out, some of those pipes are treacherous, and some of them are just silly. I've seen them. I've been watching all you YouTubers, you younger group out there checking out all the crazy bongs people are making and having a good time with the bigger the bong, the better the hit, and they're inhaling all that smoke, and I'm going, oh my goodness, it's so unnecessary. You only need a little bit. I just keep going, oh my word. But hey, they're taking it all the way down to their toes, and they're going to get high from their toes up, and it's going to take a while before it gets to their head, So, I like the head high first. Then my body still functions, I can get up and tap dancing. So, anyway, being a sipper. All right, so let's get into it, and maybe we can finish off Chapter 6, Part 2 of my book, Pot Smokin' for the Elderly, read and written by Nanette Norman, your social, philosophical, poetic commentator. And I'm a sipper when it's a liquid, so I'm not surprised that I want to tell you about sipping your joint or pipe. We've learned from the medical industry that we can put something on our skin that will send some of its properties to the brain. Menthol and nicotine patches come to mind, not to mention lotions, oils, and all skin products. So why all this inhaling, like tobacco, when a small amount of smoke carrying the precious THC chemical can just be a sip? Let the gums share it with the roof of your mouth. Your tongue can wallow it around like a good brandy. That's why they call those great big glasses brandy sniffers, because you wouldn't want to do anything else with that poison sugar, would you? A one-hit pipe is plenty. A joint is too much. Enjoy your high, one sip at a time. One good bud could last you all week. So be smart, be thrifty, and be a sipper. 2005. And then, of course, the paraphernalia page. What does it say? KISS. Keep it simply simple. And you need the Constitution, as well as the certificate of medical marijuana. KISS, keep it simply simple. Whether it is your first time or not, whether you prefer to smoke it or eat it or just rub it on your skin like a nicotine patch, you may want to share it with a friend. Pot has always been a special thing. I've used it in the kitchen with various foods, and now I feel that the tummy high is too hard to control. If the resin and leaf meal that you use is more resin than leaf, your food will be a high when baked in an oil base. If the meal is more leaf with little resin, then your food will be a moderate high in oil. My basic recipe is a quarter of a teaspoon of meal in 1 tablespoon of oil. Let it meditate for an hour at room temperature. Baked goods work best, like pancakes. Use canola oil. Biscuits, non-sweet, use olive oil. If you use too much, it'll put you down for a nap. When you wake up, you will feel refreshed and well rested. If you are really a pansy and afraid of getting dizzy by eating too much or smoking too much, a cup of tea is a placebo because pot doesn't break down in water. Same idea if you chewed a leaf or sucked on a stem. A mild euphoria could come over you in an hour or so be ready. But that's why they said up in smoke, because the resin has to burn in order to give you the THC. I find that most interesting. Cheech and Chong knew that, or their director, writer, producer, editor. Yep. The THC is released in fire and then goes up in smoke, just like Cheech and Chong says in their movies. If there is no heat, there is no high. Opinionated that I be, just cut yourself a little tree. Cut yourself into a bud. Okay, so it's bacon is better. Do not drive after eating. Keeping the quarter teaspoon pot meal in 1 to 1 tablespoon oil. Add to 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Layer in a casserole about 3 times. Unsalted taco shells in chips. Cooked and pieced chicken. Grated cheese. 1 can cream corn. 1 small can crushed chilies. The can of cream of chicken soup. Not the can, but what's in it. Bake in the 350 oven for 35 minutes. KISS pastry. 2 cups flour, 1 tablespoon salt, 2/3 cup oil with a 1/4 teaspoon of pot meal, 6 tablespoons cold water. KISS biscuit mix. 2½ cups mix, 2/3 cup milk, 1/4 teaspoon pot meal in 1 tablespoon oil. Hey, are you still hanging out there? KISS pancakes. Have we gone over our limit? It's so hard to see. Oh, we're getting close. So I've got to put the KISS biscuit mix, 2½ cups mix, 2/3 cup milk, 1/4 teaspoon pot meal, and 1 tablespoon oil. KISS pancakes, 1 cup mix, 1 egg, 1/2 cup milk, a 1/4 teaspoon pot meal, and 1 tablespoon oil. 2005, and we made it through that one, and we're right at the edge of being done. We could get the last one in here. Let's see how fast I can do it. Decisions away. Decisions got me. I need something today. Sugar's not free. Fruit's better, okay? Okay, what about coffee? I drink it a lot. A headache I get if I cut down a pot. Pot, you say? Well, okay, if I smoke a bowl. Decisions away. Away. And that's the end, kids, and thank you, and I love you, and that's goodbye.